How you doing, YouTube? Hope everything's been good. Wherever else you may see this video on whatever platform. The function of this video, the name, it's called Who's Feeding You? What Are You Feeding Yourself? Simply put, right, it's not about a topic of food, although food is an applicable point of the subject. Also, what are you listening to? Who are you watching? Reading if you read books? Because all these things play an effect on your life and your mind. And what's really inspired me for this video is the fact that we're dealing in such silly, unprecedented times. Where we're dealing with people taking it upon themselves to be the next messiah, the next leader, and so forth and so forth. And we find this within certain communities, especially within certain communities. Doesn't matter what your pigmentation is, who are trying to inflate a lot of hate. That's a line. And causing division, because it's no longer a matter of what your background is, where you're from, and so forth and so forth. It's now a matter of what truth you believe, how you stand, and whose side you on. You know, I'm speaking to a lot of different people on my Instagram. Well, a handful, different backgrounds, different mindsets, different directions. And there's one common denominator, and that's the simple fact that people have their own agendas. And if you don't align with said agenda, then you are labeled as something against the common good. People want to be the next messiah, but these same people can't handle the power. And it's getting very frustrating. I'm getting annoyed, finding it hilarious. You know, there's this saying that goes by the 5% nation, the nations of gods and earths. 5% are trying to wake up. The 85%, no, 15% are trying to wake up the 85%. And that there's 1% in control of it all. There's some random number like that. And I'm finding on these social media pages that people are now using that to make themselves feel like they're leaders and try and show that they're better, that they're this and that, and so forth and so forth and so forth. And it's like, yo, a lot of you have a lot of dirt in your own gardens, in your own living room. You want to tell, hey, I'm not clean myself either. But I promise you, if you ever try and look me up, you ain't gonna find shit on me that will stain my name. Just silliness, if anything. Silly things. Whatever, it is what it is. I'm living my life as the fool, not as the hero. And why? The fool turns into the hero. Simply put. So you need to be careful with what information you're getting. A prime example will be Andrew Tate. I remember when he popped off and got big, even though his name was actually pretty big for a while beforehand, but that's because he was set up to be like that. That's another conversation. And I never bothered looking into him. And I know, especially men, a lot of men couldn't relate to this. I know the moment I searched his fucking name up on my YouTube, for the best part of maybe 6, 7 months, I just kept getting so many Andrew Tate videos and reels. I only looked up 1, 2 videos of him, and I kept getting bombarded with shit. And I actually kind of got a bit addicted to it. You know, the whole red pill phase and whatnot. And the red pill got hijacked. That's another thing. That shit got hijacked. So with all these groups, with all these cults, sects, societies, yes, they have truth in them. Religion included, they have truth in them, but you're not to be swayed and taken from them. You're meant to lead your own life. You know, don't fall into the whole community unity bullshit, because those same people screaming that we need to unify are the same people who have nothing for themselves. You want to get better in life? Listen to the people that have done better in their own lives. You want to make change? You want change? You have to make change. You want space? You need to make space. You want to be something? You have to create something. It's not difficult. It's just laziness for one factor, self-hate as another factor. Life is easy. Life is ridiculously easy now. If you're living in the Western side of the world, you have no idea what Western. You have no idea how good you got it. And if you do have an idea how good you got it, then you're probably the type that's already doing your own shit. And this video is not for you. This video is for those who want to do nothing with their time and think that life is horrible in this part of the world. If you have access to the internet, if you have access to a bank account, then you could do a lot. Now, you could be the type to go off and be like, I'm a sovereign citizen, or, the laws. Okay, yeah, cool. If you know how to do it, do it. Go ahead. Go right ahead. I will respect you if you can do it and if you can succeed in it. But that's another thing right there. It's like people howling out like sheep. Who was it? I think, was it Goebbels? Joseph Goebbels, Hitler's fucking minister of propaganda and all that, was quoted this: make a lie, make it big, and keep repeating it. Well, imagine that's what people are doing with the truth. And they're using that to mask your ideology, your direction, to make you think that you have to be like this. And then you're liberated and free. You can't be liberated and free by someone else. You have to make that decision. So what are you doing? Who are you listening to and what are you taking from them? What are you doing? What movies and games are you playing and what are you taking from that? What information are you taking when you go outside? When you go to work, school? I hope you heard that. That's a sign right there. Yeah. Be careful. Be careful what you're taking in. And be careful how you embody it. The information out there is to be used, yes, but here's one thing you need to understand. If you load yourself up with so much information, but no means of expressing that information, whether it be for financial gain, material gain, or whatever, like, be careful. Not all information out there is actually for everyone. An elder that I used to associate myself with, good man, by the way, if you ever come across this, or those of his bloodline, good man. Always, 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 and this has been drilled into my head, he always said the greatest thing is to know. Yes, I do agree with that statement. My only question behind that statement, though, is who is to know? Because again, not everything's for everyone. Not everyone likes to have a drink of alcohol. Not everyone likes to go outside. Not everyone likes to play video games. Not everyone likes to watch movies. You get my point. Everybody's different. And depending on what you do in your own life will reflect on what you learn and know. So again, what are you feeding yourself and who is feeding you? And watch yourself. Don't regurgitate the information you find as gospel. Question the information you gain. Again, if you're in this part of the world, in the Western Hemisphere, as it's known as, you have it so easy. Don't take it for granted. Take advantage of it. If you're in a lesser part, if you're in a, as it's known as, a less developed part of the world, because there's certain parts of the world that have gone through hell. Palestine is the least of our concerns. Israel is the least of our concerns. Because that there is also information designed to hurt you, make you feel something, and make you feel like you're a whatever, whatever you think. I don't care about that shit. That shit has no direct effect on my life. I'm here to win. And I'll fail many times if it means winning that one time. And that's more than what most people do. That's more than what most of these celebrities and woke tards do. And these fucking messiahs. Trust me. So many people are trying to be the next leader. Do not follow them. Because all these great people, what do they always say? Don't follow me, walk with me. There's a reason why they say that, is because they want you to be on the same page as them. And once you're on the same page as them, you can do what's right for yourself. And then when there's a common problem, that's when people come together and unite. I remember a statement by Muammar Gaddafi. He said he's not a leader. He just helped organize people get together. Now, there's some hearsay about him that he wasn't a great man, and there's also some here saying that he was a great man. Again, that's just information designed to make you think and feel a certain thing. Do with that as you will. But what I will say again, live your own fucking life. Do what's right for you. You know yourself, you know your body, you know your feelings, not anyone else, not even your own parents, not even your doctor. You can tell anyone anything about yourself, but they will never fully comprehend. Figure it out for yourself. Feed yourself what's right for you. And you can help feed others what's right for them. Because that's how it works. Love yourself. 1.